Pay attention, creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Yeah, Poopy Square. The Playable Characters Podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, welcome to Playable
Characters.
Podcast.
Level
143.
3.
Doesn't mean I love you,
143.
right?
Oh,
Didn't
I love you. Oh,
Didn't people text that like back in the day or on like pagers? 143. It meant like I love you for some reason.
yes, pagers that I definitely own.
Like beepers back then. I think.
No, I know what beepers are. I never owned one.
Yeah, me neither.
Because, my parents were always like, those are for drug dealers.
Yeah, I was white. I couldn't have one. I wasn't allowed.
Putting a dollar in the racist jar. Sorry, since our last recording, we have a racist jar now.
No, Calvin was putting on cocoa butter, and I said, yeah, you people love that stuff. And I meant it in a
No,
very...
you literally said they love that stuff, and you made it worse.
I meant it in a loving way. You love cocoa butter and shea butter. You put it all over your body.
Yes. Because I'm going to a matchmaking show after this.
Right.
Where I am,
Good luck.
I am a single, which is technically true. I'm 33%. No, 65% single.
Oh,
well, because we talked and I was seeing
Yeah.
that guy, but
And
we're still dating, so it's fine.
So why are you going to a matchmaking thing? See, that's the problem.
Well, because you know me, I'm a spot whore. I'm not going to say no to a show.
You're the worst. Hey, me and Calvin are doing a Secret Santa next episode, guys. So this week we're going to get ourselves a gift, and we are going to unveil it on the podcast next week.
Yes.
It'll be fun, right?
Exactly. And hey, if you want to help our Secret Santas be even better, we have a Patreon page in case you want to give us some money.
Patreon.com/playablepodcast.
Yes.
Keep it under $100.
Yes.
Okay, or 20.
No, I mean, except for your Patreon donation. Keep that over $100.
That you can give as much as you want, but Calvin, keep the gift under $1 million.
Okay.
I know you love me.
Keep it under $1 million cents? No, that's even too much. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
$500,000.
And follow us at Playable Podcast on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes.
And Merry Christmas, everybody.
And Happy New Year.
Yes.
And Merry Kwanzaa and Hanukkah.
All that stuff.
And Happy Festivus for the rest of us.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes. Speaking of Seinfeld, he didn't have kids, but
Well, he has a bunch of kids now.
well, no, I mean on the show.
I'm so excited for this guest.
Yes.
One of the stars of, in my opinion, the greatest or second greatest game of all time.
Wow, it's up to the greatest for you now?
It's either that or Last of Us.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised.
We can't get Joel on.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's miserable.
But we have the next best
Oh my
thing.
God, we had his dad on a long
Yes.
time ago, which was a great interview. Now we have the son of the
Kratos.
God of War.
Yes.
Atreus.
Atreus, hello.
How are you?
Hi, guys.
This is so amazing to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my God, like
I'm
wow.
glad you can reach the microphone too, because I know you're so little still.
I am pretty little.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is my dad? How's he doing?
He's good. He's still, he's, as he said, he had a rough go at everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you not seen him lately?
No, we're not talking like a lot right now.
Oh.
We're like it's chill. We're taking a break.
It's the holidays, nothing. Or...
Oh well, yeah. We'll probably see.
Okay.
I assume that he'll give me a call for Christmas. Like I assume,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like I hope. I think he will.
I hope-
I don't like have his number right now. But like I think he'll give me a call. He's got my number. So
Well, that's
So wait,
good.
so where are you living right now?
well, so I'm like between houses. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm like kind of between mountains right now.
Yeah.
Well, the last house was destroyed
Yeah.
by
right.
what's his face.
So I've been around, like I'm in the woods. I'm exploring other mountains.
Really?
Yeah. Cause like, I'm just feeling like maybe I want something a little more open, where like I can just see
Oh.
everything around me all the time.
It's like
I
H-
just get very anxious. Like if I can't see literally everything around me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like HGTV. I need something with open concept. That's like
Yeah.
that's the big term on every HGTV show.
A lot of open
Open
concept.
concept, which just means no walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Why
sure.
Can't they just say that?
So it's open concept kitchen island.
Also,
Yeah.
like
Gotta have the kitchen island.
I left I was using, because I don't like to be in the dark. So I left my bow on for like 6 days because I didn't
Oh.
want it. I wanted like light on all the time.
Yeah. Was it very dark for days where you were?
No, like just all through the night.
Oh, okay,
like
gotcha.
all night.
Oh, like a little nightlight.
Yeah, and then I didn't turn it off during the day.
I know it worked like that.
My therapist and I were like working on it. We were like
Sure.
working up to it, and then like I didn't get. So I just like I was just like letting it shine, and so it's actually powered down right now.
Oh.
It's in the
Oh.
shop. Yeah.
Oh, that's the Brock and Sindri, the dwarves.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right. Which I definitely remembered. Yeah.
They're the best.
They are fixed. They're great. They're great. Yeah, and they said they would pass along a message to my dad, and to tell him I said hi.
Oh, good.
Oh, cool.
He's always there
So-
getting his axe and
Right,
blades
exactly. Getting his
upgraded.
axe fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brock is one of my favorite secondary characters of all time.
I was like Sindri, the timid one.
Brock, but his potty mouth and everything just.
I mean, that's why I didn't like
he's
him.
hysterical.
The potty mouth isn't good for. I mean, you must have heard a lot of curse words.
Well,
Yeah,
her
but
dad's
they-
Kratos.
But also, they never tried to kill me, so they're chill. They're
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool. That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're not like attacking me, you know what I mean. I love you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
you-
most
you-
children.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So we first met you. Your dad took you on this journey. I want to bring it up, but to scatter your mom Faye's ashes.
of course.
You
yeah,
know, I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure you remember.
I recall. Yeah, I do. I do.
On the way, some shit happened.
hijinks. Am I right?
Yeah.
Wacky hijinks. Really fun. It's all gonna be for a great book. That's what my therapist
Yeah,
says.
that's
It's like,
good.
right, tell your story.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of hijinks. Well, obviously we started with the troll. Is that right? God, it's so
Yeah.
hard to
Yeah.
there've been so many. Yeah, started with the troll. And that, that went fine.
You did it. That's one of the
I
first.
did
time,
it.
It's one of
Yeah.
the first time you saw your dad really in action. It seemed like.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
He killed the troll.
Sure.
I think that was our goal, right? That's what we wanted.
Killed him by literally smashing his head with his own
He did.
giant piece of wood and
Right, with his own weapon, which, and again, that's what they, when you're taking like jujitsu classes, they say you want to use their strength. I've been getting really into jujitsu
Oh,
lately.
nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
in case a bow doesn't work.
In case, well, because it's powered down. It's they're working it out right now. And so yeah, and I don't really sleep a lot, so like I just
Right.
like to practice. But they say you want to use your opponent's strength against him, and I think in that case he really did. And then smashed his head like so much. Like so much. Like so much.
Yeah.
And that was pretty upsetting.
You're just trying to catch a deer to eat.
Yeah.
Right. Which, was also honestly pretty emotionally fraught. But like looking back
Yeah.
on that now, at the time I was like, wow, this is traumatic. And now I look back and I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, Atreus. Wow. Yeah. Sorry.
So is this what led you to therapy?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
amongst
Well, I mean,
25 other things.
yeah. Yeah. But I think, and also, one thing I'm working on with my therapist is like saying like, I accept my father, I accept his flaws. And, we got close periodically throughout the whole journey. It was
Yeah.
pretty intense.
He almost put his hand on your shoulder a few times.
He did. No, he put his hand
He
on my
did.
shoulder. We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I realized that he was grieving for my mom, and
Right.
and then I was just supposed to like forgive him and be fine with it, which I'm working on. So yeah.
What was it like going through the realms? You went to like the hell realm and all these places. That must have been crazy, right? Like,
Well, yeah, but it was crazy. But then also, we learned so much, right? Like when we
Sure.
were in the hell realm, it was nice to get like a sense of history, right? And
Sure.
to like, it was like that was my 23andMe,
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it was really fast. So,
Yeah.
it felt really fast at the time. So I didn't have to like spit into anything and then send it and then wait. It was just like, wow, this information is coming like right at me, and you can't like do anything to stop it. Cause like you can't do anything to stop anything because you're tiny and powerless.
Yeah. Well,
Does that make sense?
you got a cool ass
Oh yeah,
bow,
totally.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told my dad when I got him a 23andMe, and I told him he had to jerk off into the cup and send it back, and he got all embarrassed and mad at me
Why would you
on
say
Christmas morning because he's so like reserved and like he's not like that at all. He's like, how do I do this? He's like a caveman, So I told him he was like, what? And he like flipped out. I'm like, I'm kidding, just spit in it. It was a good Christmas goof.
That's terrible. Oh my god.
My dad's kind of like Kratos, to be honest. Like he's like that
Does he yell at you a lot? too?
gruff. He used to, yeah. He's like that rough.
Yeah.
Looks like him. He got a beard, bald head.
He just calls you boy.
He doesn't know my name.
Does that hurt actually? Because that must feel impersonal. He just says boy.
Yeah, I mean, and people call me a lot of things, and it's like I have a name, and then it's sometimes they're like, oh, seedling or whatever, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's Atreus,
Is it? I mean, for those who haven't played, I mean, they're
Well, yes, right, that's true. But that is, that's not what my dad necessarily wants to call me.
he wants to call you Atreus.
Well, he wants to call me bitch, but but he calls me boy. It's like there's a lot of compromise. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like you gotta, he wants bitch. We come out with boy. I want him to just
Okay.
give me a hug. You know what I mean?
Right.
We get what we get. We're doing it.
Yeah. tell us about your mom. What was that like? It seemed like she taught you everything, and and it seemed like you
Yeah.
guys had a
Yeah.
really great
She
relationship.
taught you how to read Norse, which
She
Kratos
did.
can't even read.
Nope, that's
You
true.
can't read at all.
Yeah, he can't. He
Just
can't
like
read
our,
at all.
Our Frogger driver.
Actually,
Yeah.
and this is a fun fact because Norse pornography, there's a lot of written. It's a lot of written words, and the pictures
Oh.
are pretty primitive. So when he masturbated, you were talking about your dad jacking off. When he masturbated, it was like it was kind of a bummer for him,
So he had to read as he was jerking off.
Well, you don't have to. There are pictures, but it's just a lot better if you can read. I'm like I'm like toying with puberty right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of hopping back and forth and like just.
I
trying
see a
to
little
figure out-
stubble.
Yeah. I have like 3 pubes. So and I'm like, so I really like to read it.
Sure.
It's a bummer. I just think sometimes like when I'm doing it, like I think of him and I'm like, well, he can't read. That sucks.
So you picturing your dad masturbating? I
I'm
can't-
trying not to, but like afterwards when all the shame pours in, and
can't
you're like,
picture-
oh, I want to be big.
I can't picture Kratos doing that. Can you?
Very
No.
rarely. Yeah.
He just
yeah.
goes like bangs Athena every now and then. I'm sorry, he used to.
He used to.
Way before your time.
Right. That was
Yeah.
before me. Yeah. And I think that's before my mom, right?
Yeah.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah,
Definitely
there was
no overlap.
definitely
Yeah,
no
yeah,
overlap.
for
Kratos
sure,
was
for sure.
very loyal to your mother. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, he seemed to really love her in
Yeah.
in his way that I accept.
You grew a beard because of it.
Right. Yeah. And that, that is almost as good as a hug or being there at all through my
Yeah.
childhood. You know what I mean? Like that means like a little bit. No, my mom was great. And still do. I think knowing how she died would be helpful.
It's still
Oh,
Mys-
so you never even shared that
Still a
with
mystery.
you.
It's not.
No.
It's not on those tarps that you guys read. It's not on any of the walls of.
Or the
Not-
deer hides that are.
Yeah.
Not so far as I understand. But but I think I have a lot of great memories, and that cabin was really nice.
Sure.
And sometimes I still wish I was there. But also, I never had to kill anything when I lived with her, and so that was nice. But ultimately,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how
Lots-
well that served me,
Lots of
long term.
killing,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that that was an adjustment.
I bet. Wow.
I'm so sorry.
She's technically a giant. Your mom. Did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
That was.
But what's interesting is that most giants aren't actually giant.
See.
That was the whole point.
That's
Yeah.
why that's the name
A
of the
lot
band.
of people don't know that.
They
yeah,
might
yeah,
be giants. We don't know.
They might be exactly.
No one-
Yeah.
They're just kind of above average height.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
might be a giant. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you're a giant.
I'm part giant.
Yeah.
I technically have gigantism, I guess. If
You're
you're
a
like,
little
if you're like
giant.
6'4", you
Yeah.
have gigantism, I think. So like cool. Oh, try one day, man.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Someday.
Kratos is pretty tall.
Kratos is tall, and my mom is literally a giant. So
Yeah.
It's in
Yeah.
you somewhere.
apparently my great aunt was like 8 feet tall. So that's
Oh.
cool.
Oh, well, yeah. So you'll get there.
Hey, here's the thing. What if you? I'm not sure if you still talk to Freya, the witch. Could you? I mean, she got really mad at you guys at the end.
She did get pretty mad.
because you killed her son.
We
Um,
well, yeah, we did do that, but
He
it-
was really an asshole.
and like he started it. You know what
He
I mean? Like,
did.
I didn't. Yeah, like, and she was pretty mad. But she's also got a big memory. You know what I mean? Like she's someone who can really see large scale.
Sure.
I think. Does that make sense?
It was in the
Um,
moment she threatened you to end your life eventually. Blah blah blah.
Well, and who knows? Because
Yeah.
she still could.
Yeah,
But
uh-huh.
that could,
Maybe
Yeah.
she realized my son was really being a dick back there.
right? Really being a dick, and then also I hope that other people can explain, help her get some context and stuff. But yeah, I mean, maybe she could make me tall.
I was gonna say she got some
Um,
magic powers.
She
maybe.
does have some magic powers.
She lives in a turtle, for Christ's sake.
Oh my God, that's right. Right, she lives.
Lives in a giant turtle.
She
Yeah.
does live in a giant turtle.
Yeah.
And that started out as one of those little Chinatown ones.
Yeah.
You know? And so
Really?
yeah.
It's like a gremlin.
A lot of people
Yeah.
don't know that. And then she spelled it to be big.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, because she was like, oh, that's dangerous because you can get salmonella from them. That's why those little ones
Oh.
are illegal, is because kids put them in their mouth.
Oh, really? I did
Fucking-
not know
Yeah.
that.
Kids are so stupid.
I know, right?
Again, you have a child.
Yeah, she's a little dumb.
Would she put a turtle in her mouth?
I don't think so. She barely eats food. She hates food. So she's like that.
Already.
I'd be fine if she actually ate a fucking turtle for once.
Mm.
You see
Actually-
something.
Yeah. What's your favorite food?
Well, I really like berries.
Yeah.
And I do. I feel so bad about it, but I do love venison. Oh, it's awkward, but I do. It's so good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably say venison. Really, anything like warm and inside is great. Just if I can be like warm and inside, that's really nice.
Oh,
Which
that
is true because
sense.
you are traveling a lot through
Traveling
a
a
lot of
lot.
snowy
Yeah, a
and
lot
pretty
of
frigid realms.
yeah. But we've been to we've slept in some really cool places.
Do you have, Do you have a girlfriend, Atreus? Do you have a girlfriend? What do you think? I mean, you don't have to talk about it.
I don't.
That's
I don't. I don't at the time. I wanted to. Well, so here was the
Or
thing. I
boyfriend, I don't
wanted to
know.
wait
Yeah.
until I
Yeah.
had 5 pubes.
That makes sense.
It's like so hard, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you just wait for them to grow, and they don't come out. But I don't yet. I was maybe thinking, because it's also like, you know, do I want to? It's like, do I want to have kids? Like that's a lot of pressure, and then also like some people say that like my life is predestined already, and so it's like,
right.
Yeah.
you know, maybe there's someone that's gonna come down the line, and so like every girl that I meet, I'm like, are you it? You know, and I don't know, and it's so stressful. And sometimes I'm like, Father, help, and then I just say that like a lot. I'm like, Father, no, and everyone gets really annoyed. I
Yeah.
don't get it. So it's hard. It's hard. Dating is hard. Am I right?
It totally
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
I wish I
Yeah.
could say it gets better when it gets older, but it doesn't.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
But for me, it seems simple, and then
Well,
you know.
You're dating somebody you're going to a matchmaking show later, so.
Okay, well, I mean, it's complicated for me right now.
Because you
yes.
make it complicated, sir.
I could make it simpler, but they don't call back. So.
Well, and that, you know, that can make it easy. You know, and then you know.
Then
at
you know.
least. Yeah.
But I also think it's
Um,
hard too because I feel like I never saw any other women that weren't trying to kill you in
It was
your
just
realm.
those sharp, not harpies, whatever, that fucking
Yeah, there's, like,
scream with
harpies,
Right.
harpy
Their
witches.
Well,
titties
yeah, the
hanging
harpy
out.
witches,
Yeah.
and those weren't,
They're-
you know, like I think about them sometimes when I masturbate, like yes, because like a tit is a tit, you
It's
know,
a
when
tit.
you're an
And some
almost
have
teenage boy.
3 or 4 tits, I
Yeah,
think.
exactly. A
Yeah.
tit is a tit is a tit. Is
Yeah.
a sometimes tit. You know,
Yeah.
like so like yeah, that also it's also weird, you know, when you're trying to have a conversation with someone and you're like, oh, the first tit I saw was on a harpy that was trying to kill me, and then
Sure.
you know, and then like also there was a crane and it was magical, and then you know, and also this is my bow and like I can't let go of it because it's magic and it's the only thing my father ever get, and then it's just like, well, baggage, you know.
You had the little tiny knife your mom gave you.
I do have a little
Right?
tiny
So
knife.
maybe
yeah,
that
yeah,
didn't
it's
help too
really
much.
little, and it's a little tiny knife.
Your bow, it was pretty cool. My favorite
It's pretty
thing in the
cool.
game was when, you know, I don't know if you know this, but when we used to control you, you'd hold the button and like you'd have like birds or like wolves or foxes come out of the bow and
Yeah.
kill.
Sometimes a cursing
and made
squirrel.
out of light. Yeah, a cursing squirrel.
Man, I loved that. That's what I use
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I love. No, I use the one with the things flying around and electrocute everybody.
Oh yeah, I use that too. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
the cursing squirrel I used once just to hear him curse.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised Kratos is so lax about like cursing in like language. I mean, I guess it's.
He doesn't curse that much.
I mean, he's
He
totally
doesn't
yells a
curse
lot.
that
But
much, but
He
yeah.
puts you around people who curse a lot.
Yeah, he also puts me around like death a lot, you know?
It's
Like one
mostly
of our
death.
first interactions was him mutilating a corpse. So like that's a base level, you know?
Yeah. What did you like when? I remember when you first realized how strong he was when he turned the sea serpent thing and he turned the entire bridge
Yeah.
and you were just like, wow. And Mimir, the head. Oh my God, we got to talk about the head for a second. Mimir.
Oh yeah.
Was you were like, yeah, my dad's always been pretty strong, but that was the first time you were just like, holy shit, like,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
dad can definitely beat up your dad, type of thing.
Yeah.
Well,
my
yeah,
dad
that's-
definitely couldn't do that.
No.
That's true. I mean, he definitely could beat you up.
Yeah.
And you know, most people could beat me up. And then also, yeah, the you know, with the like, it's also, it makes it frustrating though when there's things that like he can't do, you know, like because it's
Like
like you're like,
hug?
oh, right, like first of all, it'd be great to get a hug,
Yeah.
and then it's also like, you know, sometimes there's like crap that he just can't break through, right? Or like, you know, when he's
Yeah,
just trying to break through the ice or whatever, and it's just like, okay, but like literally, what's the use of you? You know what I mean? If being strong is your thing, like why can't you, like, Father, help? You know, so like just fucking help it. You know, it's like whatever it is, and he doesn't. You know, and it's frustrating.
Yeah, totally.
But it's you know, but he is really strong, so that's nice.
Have you?
Yeah.
So well, now that you know you're part god as well as Kratos, have you
Right.
thought about like trying to meet other gods, like maybe meeting some Mayan gods or like meeting some Egyptian gods?
That
you know?
is such a good idea, and I think maybe I will, because also I think it'd be fun to go somewhere warm. You know what I mean, and see
Sure.
how gods mix it up. You know, like
Yeah.
south, you know, in warm places. I feel like that would be really fun. And yeah, also, I mean, it seems like the worlds between gods, a lot of blending. You know what I mean? Which I
Sure.
thought it's not something that I thought. I thought it was like, oh, there's the Greek gods and then the Roman gods and then the Norse gods, but a lot of mixing. So yeah, let's throw some Egyptians in here. Also, they have titties. I see them
Oh,
in the
sure.
hieroglyphs. So like,
Yeah.
let's do that.
And they're very free with them too. They didn't
Yeah,
wear
they
much.
are,
They were just like, here are some titties.
Yeah.
We're so repressed.
That
here,
would be amazing.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atreus really
You can meet
needs
some like Indian gods as well.
Yeah.
Dance with. There's a lot of arms there.
Yeah, a lot of arms there.
Oh.
That could be really fun. That they could just hug you and hug you and
Oh,
hug you and hug you and
yes.
hug.
I think we gotta get Atreus like a Playboy or something.
Or
And maybe
a
that would
decent
bring about-
father figure. I'm a Playboy. And
Well,
I'm
he's
like,
a god. It's hard to live up to that. You know what I mean?
but
Like,
a hug would be nice too. Or
a hug-
like, you know,
we'll hug him.
let's
before
get
he
you a
goes.
Care Bear or something.
That'd be great. You know, my therapist says that I have to learn how to parent myself, so we're working on
Oh yeah.
that.
Do you see
yeah.
her around here, or do you see her in your realm?
Oh, in my realm.
Okay.
Yeah.
No Brooklyn therapist for you.
Yeah, but then in this realm, she'll do a Skype session if I'm
Oh,
here
nice.
for a while, like
Okay.
doing like if I'm doing a con or something, you know.
Probably charges you double, right? I would imagine.
Yeah, but
So expensive here.
really good insurance though.
Oh, good.
Yeah. That's one of the good things. A lot of people don't know. Yeah, they just have those in the game systems. That's like, but then that's
Nice.
such a pain because you have to go into the console if you
Oh,
ever
yeah.
need to like file the
Sure.
paperwork, and that's a
Oh.
pain.
It's like a
right?
Wreck-It Ralph thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a world in between here and
Gotcha.
there. A lot of wires. It's a
Yeah.
pain in the butt. You know, a lot of red tape.
Yeah.
And that's a pain.
There's so much bureaucracy in games.
Right.
Yeah,
I
Jesus.
mean, hey, it's a job for some, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
look at it that way.
And hey, I'll take the health insurance. Okay, I can get acupuncture. You know,
Wow, that's
I
good.
don't because I don't like pointy things near my head.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but but like also one time like I was like blind and deaf. Yeah.
He left you with Freya,
Yeah.
and
Right.
and your daddy went to go get his blades of chaos.
Right.
Did you have like fever dreams at all? Because I know I've had fever dreams like that when I've been really sick.
Yeah, I had some fever dreams, but then also it was hard because like I said, I couldn't hear or see anything, and I was just kind of like a lump. And then my dad was like, "Oh, you're a lump all the time." So, so it was a bump. Yeah. So
One of the craziest moments of the game, I'll never forget, is when your dad had he had like a vision or a thing in his mind, and I think is when Athena came back to him
Yeah.
and appeared and started yelling at him and like, "You're a dick, Kratos," you know.
Mhm.
And then Kratos thought he woke up immediately, surrounded by corpses and surrounded by you, Atreus. And he's like, "I was just out for a couple seconds." He goes, "You were out for hours," and you were stuck just killing hundreds of enemies.
Right. Yeah. I was stuck outside too. I was outside the
Yeah. You're outside of the thing. He walked.
outside
Yeah.
the thing. He was
Yeah.
inside. I was outside, and yeah, it had just been for hours. stuck,
Yeah.
and
he
that whole
didn't know,
time.
yeah.
Luckily though, from what I understand is like if you were playing the game, you didn't have to hear me during that whole time because you were following his
Right.
dreams.
You were
Yeah.
screaming.
Which-
Screaming
again-
and screaming and screaming.
Again, we're
so-
sorry about leaving you alone like that.
Totally
we didn't
fine.
know.
No. I mean, it
Yeah.
was just a couple seconds to you, but yeah. But to me, it was hours
It
and hours.
formed your
Of, Father,
childhood."
help! Father, no,
Yeah.
But I guess, I guess you guys couldn't hear that.
Mm.
I mean, I will say this. Sometimes you got a little sassy because I remember like there were times where I would like
When
just go off the beaten path to look for stuff, and they're like, "Father, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
or when you found out you were a god, that's when things kind of
yeah.
got a
Well,
little-
because I was like, oh, okay, now I'm gonna play, and then I'm gonna be one of the maybe average sized dogs, or like maybe a big dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it would come with a growth spurt. And then it kind of didn't, but that's okay. But yeah, I did get, and I did learn a lot about my family, and I got some cool tools, and so yeah, it was I like to sass it up sometimes,
Sure.
Yeah.
and also I was like pretty sure they wouldn't hit me, so I was like, okay, let's do this,
Yeah.
Were you did you like when your dad used Leviathan the axe or the blades of chaos? I'm more of a blades guy. I don't know.
oh,
I like the axe.
yeah,
I
I
mean, they're
think
both awesome, but when I got the blades, I was like, oh.
yeah. I mean, really, like whatever kills the thing that's trying to kill us. I was like,
Good
oh,
point.
whatever works. But I'm a fan of the axe. I love a good Leviathan.
Yeah,
And then also, I'm a bow and arrow guy. So
you
that's
really
my
are.
jam.
You're
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good at it.
Thank you. Thank you
Very
so
good.
much.
Thank
yeah,
you.
10,000
Yeah,
hours.
thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Where do I shoot? But it's like I try to shoot. Where he tells me.
Do you still shoot like the light bridges wherever you go sometimes just for fun?
Yeah. Well, I do once I get my bow back, right?
Yeah.
Because the light bridges is actually what I had on. I made just like a light bridge in my room.
That's cool.
Just to like light up the room like
Yeah.
a night light, and that's
Nice.
what. Yeah.
It's like a lava lamp kind of.
Yeah, it was like like a night light. That's just really, really, really bright, so I can see everything that's coming, so nothing can attack me. You know what I mean? Because like you never know,
Never
like you
know.
never know
Man.
when you might
Don't
end
worry,
up,
no
or you
one will
might end
attack-
up in prison. It's like, well, I don't know. Now I'm in. Now I'm in a prison. You
I
know,
feel like you could break out of prison pretty easily.
I think so. Yeah,
if you
yeah.
had to. Or at least
Yeah.
your dad would just.
Would smash things. Yeah,
Yeah.
presumably.
Well, don't worry. This is a podcast. No one will attack you here, unless just with comments on.
No,
mine.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's also, you know, like I'm on. I took some Valium. I'm fine.
I know you can get Valium prescribed when you're that young, but I guess you're a demigod, so it's different.
It's different, and then also, yeah, again, the insurance is just really good. On my video game plan.
Yeah. Man. So you finally get to the top, the highest peak in the land,
Yep.
right? Your dad lets you spread the ashes yourself. You wanted to hold her the whole time. He
Yeah.
finally let you.
Yeah.
What was that like? What?
To be fair, in his defense, I would have dropped it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
I like
you
I'm
dropped the
a-
knife right away.
I dropped it like right away. Like he
Yeah.
was not wrong about that. Like I was mad at the time, but like I definitely would have left it somewhere. So, but then also I got to scatter it. And then that's, you know, when I found out that that my mom had wanted to call me Loki, you know,
Yeah.
that's when I started on that whole journey, and that's when I spit in the cup, as it were, to get the 23andMe. And it was, you know, it's just really crazy. It's like one of those that, you know, when you've worked for something for that long and like you've spilled so much blood like all over the place, and you're just like,
Literally.
oh,
Yeah.
literally all over the place. Sometimes it's yours, and then like you were blind and deaf, and like you thought you were gonna die like 400 times,
Yeah.
you know, and then now you get to spill ash onto the ground, you know, and it's like, is it worth it? No,
It wasn't.
You know, like no,
Your
not-
mom wouldn't have known. Well, maybe she would have known. She was kind of part god to herself. She might have known if you didn't do it.
I think she would have understood though.
I
you know?
think so.
She would have
Yeah.
been chill about it.
But do you think?
know?
Do you think it was one of those like we gotta, like what a test for my family to. We know it's treacherous, but she knew you were gonna make it because those
She did know.
those things
yeah.
were written already. And
Yeah.
No, it's all predestined. So
Yeah.
that's fun, you know, also, because it's like when I do something stupid, I'm like, well, that's meant to be.
Mom knew.
And it's also like, you know, I can't end the suffering ever because, like, I don't ever, you know, I'm not in control of this situation, you know? So
man.
that's fun.
I didn't know how bad it was. That's
Oh,
what
wow.
it was. Yeah.
Jeez. I think it's definitely a cause for you to go explore other civilizations, because maybe
Yeah.
that's how you break out of the cycle.
Yeah,
'cause-
maybe, you know? But then also, you know, it's like, yeah, it's, you know, everything is predestined, and, you know, it's like, it does give you a nice sense of purpose, right? Because you're like, oh, you know, I'm going to go on and do all those things.
Yeah.
You know, and then also you kind of understand like why my dad wanted to break, you know, and just wanted to maybe not be around me for a
A
little
break
while.
from you. You think?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Did he
'Cause-
say when he's coming back?
No, but like, you know, also the drawings seem to imply that like pretty soon, you know, and like definitely I think once I'll probably need like 10 pubes, you know, but like before
I don't think he
before-
cares about that too much.
No,
maybe.
but like you know,
Yeah.
I'm a teenage boy. Like I'm pretty fixated.
Sure,
on it,
yeah.
You know, like I just like
Been there.
you know, it's like, you know, boobs and pubes. Am I right?
So it's not like a comedy album title.
That's an ancient Norse proverb.
Ancient-
Boobs and pubes.
Pubes
Yeah.
and pubes.
Yeah, that's actually was on the wall. That was a part of the thing. But they skipped over it for time. You know, they gotta edit.
You got your pubes yet, Calvin? You good?
Oh, I got several.
Okay, good.
I've been like accidentally growing in chest hair. Not accidentally, but like
Accidentally.
I've been too
Oops.
lazy to shave it, which I kind of have to. It's so itchy. Do
You
you have
have
chest
one-
hair?
I have tons of chest hair. You have one chest hair?
No, I have
Wow,
multiple.
way to
Look.
brag.
Oh, no,
right in
no,
front of me.
it's small.
Right in front of me. I
Oh,
don't
I'm
have
sorry.
any.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You guys are
Hey.
just.
They're coming.
No, I'm
Atreus.
just kidding. They're coming. I'll get there.
They're coming.
Don't worry. When I saw it, I was like, I wish I had chest hair. And now, like, because it's weird. And then I have a happy trail, and it's like, it's just, you gotta shave.
Yeah,
Do be gay, but like, I'm just warning you.
maybe.
But if you,
I don't know. Everything seems great to me. You know, so I
Yeah.
don't know. All seems
You just
great.
gotta put it somewhere.
Oh, anyway, you know.
But I'm just
I'm
saying,
trying-
really, it's aim to be a twink, not an otter. I'll put it that
Okay.
way. Yeah, just do
Twink,
that.
not an otter. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Otters,
also in the runes.
yeah, that's also in there. Yeah, and you know, but otters are fun.
Oh, I mean, otters are
Otters are the
great.
most adorable animals there are.
Mhm.
Is that a good thing?
I know otters are nice. They're like basically like hairier twinks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm a bear.
Yeah, you're definitely a bear.
Polar bear.
Well, you
Big white bear. Okay.
I like that you guys are so into animals. I really understand
Yeah.
this
There you
conversation.
go. Yeah. I didn't realize you made a good point before, Calvin, where it's like there's no women for Atreus. There's no little girls running around.
there
Like
really, it's just
he just,
the way.
And I've looked.
Yeah, well, the reason why, I mean, your dad had a really rough life before you guys. So I think he tried to get as far away from everything as possible, except all the monsters, of course.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
still around.
Like the fire elves and the, or whatever they're called.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The light elves
the
and
dark
the
elf.
dark
Oh my
elves.
god.
I'm
they
sorry,
suck.
dark elves. What did I
They
say? Fire
suck.
elves. I wish there was fire. Always light.
So
no
I
more
mean,
caves.
you gotta. I mean, maybe if you have a talk with him, like, hey, look, you've been there. He used to go around plowing everything. If I can just be totally honest.
Wow,
with you.
Brian.
I'm just saying. He's,
No, it's okay. I know.
Yeah, he's read.
Yeah.
He's
And
read
also,
stories.
my therapist says like it's really important. Like, yes, my dad had a lot of trauma before me, but like also he's an adult and he's responsible for that. So
Yeah.
trying to
So
be-
like, you should maybe have to talk to him. Like, hey, look, remember what you did when you were around this age? Like, it's my turn now. Maybe he'll take you to.
yeah.
I don't think sons talk to their fathers.
This
like
is
that.
a different relationship.
I mean,
think.
our relationship is different because like we have been through
I don't
so
mean-
much together, and it's also just like for so long it was just the two of us,
Yeah.
or like it was just the two of us and like the witch, or it was just the
Mm.
two of us and me.
Mimir.
Yeah. Or and so it's just like you spend so much time together that you talk about everything. My dad and I talk about
Mimir
everything.
talked a lot, man.
Well,
he,
yeah,
he was
Mimir,
fun.
right?
He's a
He
talkative.
was fun. Yeah. I mean, what else was there for him to do?
That's true. Just
Yeah.
hanging
It's
on.
just-
He's hanging next to your dad's butt on his belt.
I was
just-
like,
Yeah.
did that smell for him? Like, did he ever complain about that smell? 'Cause
No.
It doesn't look like Kratos showers.
No,
Like, no
but
shade.
we did. No, we didn't so much shower as like sometimes you'd walk through a river.
Right.
But like no one smells good. Nothing really smells
Yeah,
good
not in
ever
that
in this
world.
world. Not in that world.
Yeah.
No.
Seems like
I tell you what, when I came into this world, I was like, what? New York smells amazing.
a lot of coffee shops around, bakeries. Yeah.
Get out of town.
Homeless poop and
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
pee.
No
Pee-pee
one
and poo-poo.
smells good. Honestly, and that's the thing is like, like even gods, right? Like even Athena did not smell great.
Really?
So a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, because they
I thought
still
she'd
aren't
be
showering.
great.
They don't have like body odor, but like they're still covered in just like crap,
Aphrodite was probably great.
I don't know.
Maybe
She's had a lot of
She
sex.
was on silk. She tons of sex. Yeah,
I
Did
mean,
I-
Brian, you've smelled post-sex smell, right?
I guess I've had sex. Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's pretty good.
It's gonna be great.
It's good. It is good. Well, I will warn you, the first time won't be great.
No,
That's fair.
But the more you do it, the better it gets.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Got to practice and practice and practice.
But I don't
Did
know
I didn't meet Aphrodite though, did I?
No.
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
didn't.
Okay.
No,
I thought
she
maybe I didn't remember that.
May or may not have passed away. They still made that unclear.
Oh, okay.
That was
She's not a
the other.
That was
That was
the
in the
other-
other realm. That's in the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never
mythology.
met her.
They never made it clear
Yeah.
What
if she made it
made it? What out
Or-
of
alive
from the?
from the
the-
destruction.
I bet
From the
she
other
died.
game?
Everyone dies.
There's no good guys in your realm. There's no good guys.
It's not even that there's no good
Sindri.
guys. It's that like nobody lives.
Yeah.
Like everybody
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah, those dwarves are awesome though. I mean, they
Yeah.
make weapons. They know
That's
how to
true.
survive.
That's true.
I would-
And
I
they've
would-
been doing it for a long
I would,
time.
I would hang with them maybe. I mean, I feel like Brock probably visits some brothels. I would guess.
He seems like the type.
Yeah,
He
maybe
seems
he
a little
might
guilty.
if he'd give him a couple shillings or
but
some.
would it be a troll?
No,
you know what?
it would be
I don't
like-
even care.
Yeah.
I don't even care. I don't even care.
They may have a wide variety of
Maybe, yeah, I don't
you
know.
know,
I mean,
a
yeah.
full
they-
menu of.
So we troll boobs, witch pubes, harpy pubes.
Yeah, right?
Pubes, boobs.
Yeah, no more enough pubes.
All the Valkyries.
Oh
They're-
my
Yeah.
God, they're beautiful. and
They are.
But
perfect.
also very scary, I bet. Because
Very
they
scary, yeah, and like very. It's like you just. Like I obviously I thought about it a lot,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
like I don't know how would that work?
Which part?
Just like where would I put
Oh, yeah. Well, that's.
Oh, right. You
Yes.
don't even know about the.
it? I don't know.
So
Yes.
wait, do you know about the birds and bees? Like how you were born?
No, like that I kind of get.
Odin's crows were
I
flying
have-
all over the place.
I have
Yeah.
some ideas.
Odin's ravens. Sorry.
No, I just mean like with the Valkyries though.
Yeah.
It
Well, they'd
just
they'd have to stop trying to kill you.
Right.
first.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And then
then
they would have to de-armor.
yeah, which probably takes a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I'm
That's a
thinking of
lot.
Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok.
Also, I'm not gonna lie.
Hubba, hubba.
I think I thought that armor was like part.
It's
You know
probably
what?
armor.
I mean, it is kind of part of them.
No,
though,
it
to be
is.
fair.
At this
No, I
point,
think you're right.
they're like the Mandalorian.
It's like super glued on.
they never take their armor off.
Or yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. I guess it is.
No, I think you're right. I guess I just also they're probably pretty mad about that.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard when you're like I'm literally building bridges here, and it's like stop burning them. You know,
Yeah.
like stop actually burning them.
I'm glad you used an iPhone. That's great.
Yeah, I can. Only it's like yeah. It does. Obviously, it's just it becomes like a lump of useless
Yeah.
once I get back.
Oh, okay.
Get
Oh, it
back
just
home.
goes like a runestone.
Yeah,
and then here it's an iPhone.
yeah, and then here it's an iPhone. But and it's also like the data plans they don't.
Go between realms.
And it's a bummer though, is like when you're waiting in line, and you're trying to fill out your insurance paperwork, and you're in the console, phone doesn't work there either.
Oh, wow. Fuck.
Yeah. It
Damn.
just becomes a bunch of zeros and ones, which is a bummer. But but when I'm here, I can have one, so that's fun. Yeah, I've been really enjoying iPhones and down feather blankets that are not like hay.
Oh yeah,
and
you sleep on sticks.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
true.
a lot of
Yeah.
sticks
Wood.
and a lot of wood, like a lot of slat beds, and
Yeah.
so been really into the hotel bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
That's been really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have some good Cert is here. Cert is great.
We have a
Yeah.
whole store called Sleepies. You can just go
Yeah.
and sit on beds.
That's crazy.
It is, right?
That's
Yeah.
just like comfort all the time. Like
Yeah.
I'm like never comfortable. You know what I mean? So it's just like nice.
Go
to,
in, pretend you're shopping around, just laying on the bed.
yeah.
We gotta go soon, but
Yeah.
one last thing. What was it like? I think we know, but like seeing the world serpent for the first time, that the snake that went around the world, like it must have blown your mind.
I mean, honestly, like
Still, yeah.
it's like you can't. Like you think you know what a big thing is. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot.
Oh,
you know,
I
like
know.
I've seen a lot.
I know, big
Hey.
serpent.
But that's again, we're talking about a lot of animal talk, and I'm into it because I definitely understand what's going on. But it's so like it's just like, because we've seen some stuff,
Yeah.
right? And then
Oh,
but
you
you're
can
like,
curse.
oh, we've seen some shit,
Yeah.
and so totally sore. And and you just can't even comprehend it, and all like, oh man, it's really and also it's just like one of the like every time I see anything, I'm like, oh, is my dad gonna fuck it up and ruin it and kill it, and is there gonna be blood everywhere, and is it gonna be terrible? You know what I mean? So it's just like, what's gonna happen?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so anytime you see anything, you're like, oh, we gotta kill it? Like, what do we get? What do we like? Every time, you gotta wonder what the game plan is, and so
Yeah.
sometimes just seeing something bigger than yourself is just it takes you out of that kind of mindset for a second.
Yeah.
That'd be the one thing I want to meet. It seemed like it'd be a cool thing.
A
to
world serpent?
That one. Well, there's only one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I guess.
It looked
Just one.
enormous. It just looked cool.
yeah, and lonely
And-
though.
But it's
Yeah.
a good guy technically.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is good. Yeah.
Well, and so that was so nice. Like,
Yeah.
and
Imagine it
it's-
wasn't.
Yeah. Oof, awkward.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Because that's where when you've been traveling with my dad for a long time, you get into that mindset where you're like, oh, it's definitely gonna kill me, and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Everything's okay.
Yeah, no, sweet. Nice. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Also, that's when I learned about what an
Ouroboros?
Ouroboros. It's one snake eating another
Yeah.
snake. And then they become, yeah.
I think Ouroboros? Ouroboros?
Ouroboros. I think
Yeah.
that's where I learned that term.
Oh, cool.
But that's not what the big snake is. But
yeah.
that's
But it pretty much is, though, since it's like literally wraps around the world. I mean, it's not exactly.
kind of, yeah. Oh, that's right. No, it's a snake eating its own tail. That's
Yeah.
right. No, that is why. I
But
learned
it
that.
could eat its own tail since it's that big.
Mhm.
Stupid snake.
Super snake.
Yeah. It's like, people can like self-suck. Like,
Right. Yeah, it's like that.
tails.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. You want to play?
Wait,
quick?
can people do that?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Oh shit.
you might not be able to yet, but you can get flexible. So in Indian mythology or white girl world, there's yoga, and you can do that.
Oh.
Become very
Okay.
flexible and kind of
Yeah.
reach down there and see what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do a little.
Okay.
My college not roommate, but like dorm mate. We asked him about because he's very flexible, and he was like, I could do that, but I haven't. And I was like, you have.
You have.
Yeah. How would you know?
If you can,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It seems gross.
You wouldn't?
What? No.
Well, just
but you would at least try.
I would
just
try.
to
I
see
would
if
definitely
you
try.
could.
I would definitely try.
I mean, I would definitely try it,
but I wouldn't finish myself off.
I mean,
Right?
But why
What?
not?
What?
Well, I mean, it's just like another form of masturbating.
With cum in your mouth.
I mean, you can spit it out.
Okay. I don't know.
If I was a 30-year-old woman who had cum in her mouth, I would tell you to grow the fuck up.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm not, so I'm not gonna, because I'm definitely like a teenage boy. So I'm not gonna say that. But like, if I was like, if you've
Yeah.
ever put cum in someone's mouth, you should probably have it in your own.
Oh,
I agree.
Hey, you know what?
I totally agree.
I
in the spirit of fairness.
But
I
I'm
agree.
not-
That makes sense.
And without giving out any more information about my sex life, I'm just saying.
I think we know. There's been 143 episodes.
I don't
we know a lot about you.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
Calvin's
understand
done a lot.
anything. But
I mean,
but
Well,
if
you-
I did,
What you just said makes sense.
Yes.
If Skittles came out, I'd be more into it, but it would hurt though.
I haven't tried Skittles yet, but I should.
Oh, I'll give you some.
That sounds
Yeah.
great.
it's like tasting a rainbow, and there's a rainbow bridge in your world. So
That's
it's like that.
true. Yeah.
Anyways.
do you want to play a quick game with us before we go?
Okay.
Let's
Wed
play a
bed-
game with Atreus. Wed
Yeah.
Bed Dead, everybody. We're going to give you 3 video game characters chosen at random. Beep, bop, boop, boop. Tell us who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want dead.
Who I want dead.
Sound
Okay.
good? So this
I
first,
don't want anyone dead anymore. but
someone's got to die here.
I'm not in control of that.
We'll see. This first one from a game which I'm currently about 6-7 hours in, Calvin. Final Fantasy VII. Did I tell you?
Yes, you did.
I've been playing
You're still playing it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
On my PlayStation
Considering
Classic.
our rant, if you check out the bonus content with Lance Weiss,
Yeah.
where he talks so much about how much he hated RPGs.
Yeah. Vincent Valentine.
Ah.
I haven't gotten to him yet, though, I don't think.
He's a hidden character, so it's going to take you a while.
Okay.
Tell
us about
You probably will
Vincent.
not get to him, actually.
That's
considering the
fine.
way you play RPGs.
That's fine.
Um,
I'm following a guide, so.
he's an immortal.
5 minutes into this game, if I wasn't following the guide, I'd be like, I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend you playing RPGs now.
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, I did because I was like, I can talk to everyone. And
Just
now I'm
ridiculous.
like, I have an hour to play this.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So Vincent Valentine.
So anyway,
he's got a red cape.
He's got a red cape. He wears a lot of, like, leather, baggy leather for some reason.
Baggy leather.
Pointed.
Maybe
and
he lost
pointy.
I see that.
Maybe he lost a lot of weight.
See, that's not
He
super conducive. If you have to walk for days on end,
Oh yeah, pointy ass shoes.
that's not good. The shoes aren't
And I
good,
don't
and
mean-
you don't want baggy pants like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
mean
right.
like elf shoes. Like these are fucking.
Pointy metal shoes.
They come to cones.
In
Yeah.
fairness.
Like
so-
Madonna tits
Oh, yeah.
on his feet. Yeah.
on his feet. Jesus, that's weird.
In fairness,
And
though,
very high pants. He's
he
like
was
Urkel.
not walking a lot because he used to be a normal person, and then he went through a bunch of experiments, so now he's immortal, but he was trapped in a coffin.
Oh,
Wow,
so he's
wow.
immortal.
That's
Long
not
time.
normal, Calvin.
Can he like?
It's almost 20.
How does he get around? Can he?
Oh, now he can
fly?
walk, but he can also turn into different beasts and magical creatures.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, so he can turn into magical creatures.
He's a good guy.
Yes, he's a good guy.
immortal, He's a good guy, but he has terrible fashion sense
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And guns,
and guns and
Yes.
guns. Okay.
which are like bows, but faster. and
Yeah.
for some reason, not regulated in the United States.
Yeah, someone was trying to explain that to me, and it was pretty confused, but I think I get it.
Yeah.
It sounds like it could maybe be useful sometimes, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes they are.
Okay.
Most times they are not.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
All right, so that's the first one. Is Vincent. Next one we had on the podcast. I didn't even know his last name was Bean. Lance from Contra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't know his name was Bean.
Lance Bean. That's his with armor, but this is what he kind of looks
He
like.
looks like Rambo, but wearing blue.
Yeah, the guy, in the
Okay.
guy in the red there.
Okay.
Oh, he's the red one? I thought it was the blue one.
It doesn't matter, no, I guess. They're,
Okay.
they're both identical, pretty much.
Okay.
So they got no shirt. They're muscly. They love their machine guns and stuff.
Another gun.
They fight
Okay.
aliens.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. They're
Okay.
very good at fighting aliens.
I only sort of know what aliens are because I only
Oh,
sort of
right.
even
Oh, that's
understand
right.
what this world is, but like
Yeah.
okay.
They're from like realms that are like
Outer
not
space, we
on-
call
yeah.
it.
Okay.
like realms like Jupiter or
Okay.
Saturn
Okay.
or Alpha Centauri.
My understanding is that like Jupiter and Saturn are gods, but like
Oh,
I
right.
get
Yeah,
what you
Calvin.
mean.
He literally knows Jupiter and Saturn.
I mean, like, yeah, but like, I kind of get it. I kind of get it. If they were planets, I get it.
Yeah, if they were planets, they were gigantic planets.
Yes.
Wow, my mind is blown right now.
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm
we were learning a lot.
So
Yeah.
much.
This next one, the first Street Fighter of all time, Ryu
Yes.
from the Street Fighter series.
He
Generic old Ryu, just like Rio from King of
All
Fighters.
right. Who did he get in a fight with that his clothes are all torn up?
Right? That's what he just likes to wear.
A lot of people.
He wears a
Okay.
shredded gi, red headband. He's got a fireball, spinny kicks,
He's a loner.
big uppercut. Yeah, he's very brooding.
Yeah.
A lot.
I gotta be honest. As a teenage boy, I want to bed all of them.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
let's see. Wed, Bed, Dead. Vincent, Lance, Ryu. What are your choices here,
I mean,
Atreus?
I think if I had to, I would say wed Vincent because being able to turn into animals and
That's your
also
thing.
being like immortal, like that seems really useful and seems like maybe he could protect me, and I'm very interested in that.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
And I
true.
think I might have an attachment disorder because I get very attached to people very quickly.
I see,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I definitely want him to protect me forever. Like, where is he? Like, can
Well-
we hang out?
We'll hang out. We can hang out more.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So I think that would be my wed, and then I don't want anyone else to die because like so many people have died, you know.
Oh,
But like if
yeah.
I had,
You gotta.
like,
yeah.
if I had to, I guess, I would say wed, and then, and so then it's just bed or dead.
Yeah.
I want to bed everything.
Lance or Ryu?
Yeah. So Contra guy with the machine gun or
I think I would.
Japanese guy with the fireballs.
I think I would. I think
Sorry, white guy with the. Just want to make that clear. Racist star.
Yeah.
Bam.
I.
It's not racist if he's white. Anyway.
Okay.
It's fair.
I think I would just bed the guy that had the really big gun.
Lance.
Yeah, because he looked really big. Well, no, actually, I think I would bed the other guy. I would bed the other guy, and then I think Lance would be dead.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I
okay.
know, which is a bummer, but it's just like, the other guy looked maybe like he would be nice.
Right, Ryu's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Lance is a hero too.
Yeah, but I think Ryu doesn't
He just
like.
seemed kind of gruff, and he also kind of looked like my dad.
Oh.
Oh,
So,
yeah, fair.
And like
Okay.
that's about, and the other guy looked a little more delicate, and so
Okay.
like I would wed. Yeah, because like Lifetime, there we go, in it, and what's mine is his, so like he can turn into
Sure,
animals, and he can,
sure.
maybe he could like turn into other things that would be fun. We could like, it just seems like that'd be a good option, and then. So I think Lance would probably be dead.
All right. Too bad, Lance.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lance.
He got 30 lives, but not anymore.
No cheat code. Oh God. So,
Hmm.
I guess this is really hard. Actually, I don't know.
It
I feel like I would dead Lance, to be honest, because I don't know. I mean, like a machine gun. I don't want that around me, and he seems very MAGA-ish, to be honest. And like, I know this comes back to last week, which is unfair because I said I would bed Guile.
Right.
But I would just bed him. And Guile, like, I like Street Fighter. Contra, I was never really big on.
Okay.
And I just feel like, like, I get it. He's going to, it's so MAGA. Like, I have a machine gun. I'm shooting aliens.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Oh, right. Illegals. He probably calls them illegals.
That's what I'm saying.
Up in space.
And it's like, no, first of all, they're undocumented extraterrestrials.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
get it together. Be respectful.
Seriously.
So, like, he would have to go. I'm sorry.
All right.
Then from there, I guess I would wed Ryu. Because even though he's a loner, I feel like I can, like, open up to him and, like, post fighting, I could bandage his wounds and be like, okay, now let's really talk about like how you really feel about that guy, And then like he travels a lot, so and I want to travel more anyway. Like I want to go to like Thailand
Yeah.
and Spain
Goes there a lot.
and England, but just see a castle. And I want to travel. And then I guess I would bed Vincent Valentine.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like he'd be really cold in bed, but I feel like I could warm him up.
Interesting.
See if he can suck his own dick. I don't know.
Right away.
Atreus agrees.
And they'd be like, I can suck yours. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can't quite reach there. I'll let me pinch hit.
Yeah. I'm gonna dead Lance here for the main reason that
Wow.
because I married him. I don't want my last name to be Bean.
Brian Bean?
Brian Bean.
I like that.
That sounds ridiculous. That sounds like a kid's book,
That does sound pretty silly.
right? Brian Bean.
Yeah.
But like it'd be so easy to write because it'd be most of the same letters.
I know all the letters. That wouldn't be a problem. My last name's
Me
long
too.
enough. Yeah.
It's one of my useful skills.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know different languages.
I
Different
do.
shit.
I can learn them really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll dead Lance. And again, he was our guest, episode 6.
I know.
think.
I'm sorry, Lance.
Sorry, Lance. I'm going to have to give me one more thing about Vincent. What does he do again?
So he could turn into either a hockey mask, like a what's that hockey mask killer from the horror movies?
Jason?
Yes, he can turn into a Jason type, or like a flying hell beast,
Yeah.
or like an electrical thing.
Is he a
Oh,
bad
I
guy?
thought
Is he
he
a bad
could-
guy?
No, he's a good guy.
He is, right?
He's a very good person.
Yeah.
I thought he could turn into like anything he wanted. Oh, that's kind of.
I think he can also turn into other things, but like
Okay.
I just
He
saw
can
him turn
learn.
into
Maybe
four.
he can
Maybe he
learn.
could learn
Yeah.
because I thought it was like we could be like, oh, turn into this fun thing.
Enough-
it'd be,
Yeah,
Enough
Yeah.
with the electrical thing. Let's do something
let's
different.
do something
tonight,
else. You know, you
Vince.
got to spice it up, Vince.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm gonna wed him because of the transforming stuff. Because he's a good guy.
Mhm.
Those shoes gotta go. Though.
Gotta go.
Those are
Wow.
stupid ass shoes.
Yeah, because you got
I
to be
think
ready
this
to
is the-
run at any moment. You
Yeah.
never,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't want to run at all.
This is very Project Runway of you. The shoes gotta go.
They gotta go. And then I'll bed Ryu, and hoping maybe he can bring his friend Chun-Li around. I don't know. Have
To
a-
the one bed night.
Yeah, to have a little threesome.
want him
maybe.
to- Bring Chun-Li.
Yeah,
So you're gonna have a devil's threesome.
I'll like suggest it and see what happens. You know, he might be like, okay.
That's not how betting works, right?
Well,
You're only gonna sleep with Ryu.
Well, but at least I get to see Chun-Li there. I don't know.
You want Chun-Li to see you and Ryu fuck?
When you put it that way, no. But she might get into it. Well, bring the whole squad over. Bring all the Street Fighters in. Bring a nice big street fighting orgy. Wouldn't you love that?
Yeah, but again, that's not how that's gonna
You've
work.
looked that up online.
Oh, I mean, the Rule 34, it exists. But
So-
I'm gonna look it up online tonight.
Yeah. So that's what we'll do here.
I'm in
log
the
into
hotel
the Norse
one more
Wi-Fi.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I gotta go back, and then there's no internet. Oh.
Man, Atreus, thank you for I mean, I always make the journey, but this is barely a hard journey for you to make.
Yeah, it was
You've
comparatively.
You've traversed realms
Yeah.
and
Thanks.
climb
I appreciate
mountains.
that. Yeah, no, it was easy. It was absolutely my pleasure.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Well,
good luck. And
Thanks for
hope,
coming to this part of Midgard. That was very nice of you.
yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
We hope you can eventually find the one who makes you happy, or bust a nut, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
That'd be great.
I feel like that's why he's here.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
I get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Clear those pipes.
You know, we're gonna try. I've been through so much and so many
So much.
experiences. It's like then just to have that one would be great. You know?
Right? Let's do something
So,
positive.
fingers crossed.
We hope so. Everybody else, thanks for listening, and we will talk to you all
Next week.
Bye. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Today's playable character is portrayed by comedian and actress Sarah Hartshorne. Sarah Hartshorne is part of Abortion Access Front, a group that is pro-reproductive rights. They're going to have a live comedy show January 21st at Union Hall in Brooklyn at 8 p.m. Check it out. We also want to wish you a very special happy holidays, and thank you so much for listening to us for all these months. If you have any ideas of characters you want us to do, please email us at playablepodcast@gmail.com.